Hey guys, Justin here. I'm in Vasse right now. You guys might be thinking, where the hell is Vasse? TransBusselton, yes! Stop 73795. I don't know why the hell is it blue. Actually, I think originally this is only a school bus stop. Yeah, actually, I think they have, like, you see kind of the word school there, but they scratched it out without actually replacing the stop, because before the 816 that we'll be filming today does not goes here. It's actually extended like a couple of years ago, I think in 2021. Originally, this terminates actually somewhere along the Bussell highway, which is a Broadwater. That is the suburb that it terminates before. But now they extend over here to Vasse because this is actually a new town. I saw the sign at the front actually earlier on at the entrance to Vasse. Vasse new town or new village or whatever that is. So it's a pretty brand new town. It's actually very fancy over here, including actually a very nice little small town center area at the front with a lot of different things, including a huge Coles. I don't know what the hell's with that, such a huge Coles at the front. But here we are at this stop. Earlier on, oh my gosh, Busselton is just crazy with the amount of buses. Of course, there's like no bus services on, like technically very scarce bus services on school holidays, and also Sundays, zero. No services on Sundays for all three of the normal routes. Saturdays, 2 hours per bus for most of them. But on weekdays, especially school days, like there are only 3 normal routes, but there are like 20, over 10 and around 20 school special routes that they need to do. And hence their fleets are crazy. Diesel OCs, which is basically a gas bus, but it's not gas. It's the same type of buses like the gas buses in Perth, but they're not gas, they're diesel. Okay, all the buses are here are just unreferred, but there are some single door OC buses, and they're crazy. 82 something, 800. The numbers are 800. They're not even 4 digits, 800, 3 digits numbers for those buses. Later on, I spotted a lot of them on school specials, which most of them are only on school specials. I bet the normal routes will be just using diesel OCs or NH. Down here, definitely saw a lot of those earlier on today. Check out that community post, although it was a long time ago, that community post, but such a cool one down here. All of the buses are so cool. Unfortunately, I just cannot take any of those cool buses because they're actually, I think they're designated for school specials. But we're down here on the 816. There are 3 normal routes for TransBusselton, which we'll be going through them all. Yes, we'll be going through them all today. Not today. I'm here for 3 days, 2 nights, so I will be going through 1 route per day. Start with the 816 today. Now it's around 4:15. Which we were going to be taking the 4:30 something return service to Busselton. Mark actually recently came down here during school holidays, and he filmed all of the routes towards the outbound direction, meaning out from Busselton town centre out to the suburbs, so I'm going to do the other direction. Now, during the school holidays, the drivers are very nice to Mark and Riley. When they come down here, accommodated them with their filmings, give them some descriptions on how the routes actually goes and the histories of the routes. Really nice. But today, I'm not so sure about the drivers, because some of them are actually school specials drivers that they only drives when it's actually school days. So I'm not so sure when the drivers are very nice today. But earlier on, I keep on taking photos earlier on. No bus drivers actually stop and actually like do stupid things or anything. Like none of them stared at me. They're just driving normally. So that's why we'll take the 816 here. It should be a diesel OC bus. We'll film at the front seat. I think we can film at the front seat because now actually down here that I think the securities are pretty decent, that there are not too many junkies down here in Busselton. The buses doesn't even have a cage. Some of the, I heard it until 1464, no cage for the driver. It's literally, it's not like off the Perth buses that they have a cage for the drivers to drive inside of it. No, they don't have it. The cage is completely removed. So that's why. And they also have the timetable stuff actually kept on the bus. I might pick one up later on just to actually get some of the stuff, understand it a little bit better, and we'll go back to our hotel. We arrive at a town center at Busselton around 5:20, so it's actually a long route, around 40 minutes. So let's get ready, we'll get our bus in, and let's do it. Earlier on, a 733 school special just drove by, a diesel OC bus, 1449. Let's get it. Let's get ready for our service. Okay, so before the bus comes, we'll take a look at the map. It takes that long, actually. You see how long that is. So, okay, that's the bus coming over, so it's a little glitchy. So to start here, we're going to do this loop to just go back. Why the hell they actually don't set up stands on the other side road when there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 embankments on the other side, and they don't put a stop over there, and instead everyone hits the board here and wastes time looping back there. Why? And then we're going to take, ignore the bus icon, go back up, Abbey, Bussell Highway, all the way through, Broadwater. This is where the old 816 terminates. And then you look at the amount of loops in here. You look at the amount of loops. And then it needs to serve the recreational center. Right there, that one stop down there, and it's going to go down there randomly. Continue through, you look at the amount of loops, continue looping, and then back to Busselton and loop the whole town center before terminating at the main road. Some of the routes actually need to loop the whole city center like twice. The other direction will have to do the whole loop, go back to the starting point, then come down this way. And also, what the hell is this? Why the hell did it say Busselton twice? What? Why the hell did it say Busselton twice there? Like, what the hell? Huh? Why did it say Busselton twice? I don't get that. But our bus is coming in. You can literally actually see the bus icon earlier on. It literally just right there. So it will run across the bridge, and it should come like right now. I bet no one's on that service. Earlier on, I took the 816 in here, of course. The whole trip, no one used it, so that's why. I am the only one. I was the only one earlier on, and it literally weirded me out. And also that diesel OC earlier on, 1464, kind of died actually in the middle of the route. The driver actually had to reset the bus when it hit the recreational center, like I just mentioned. That stop down there is a isolated stop, so that's why she actually needs to reset the bus at that stop down there and call the depot too, just to confirm nothing wrong with it. So let's wait for our bus. It should come across the bridge like right now. We're not going to film it in, but we'll take the thumbnail. And damn it, same bus. Let's get on board. You can see there, no cage. And there's the timetables. No cages there. Alright, departure time. Let's go. Now this is my first time filming videos here in the regional town, so let's see how it goes. So we're gonna do this random loop around this park here, Pitts Park, just to get back to the right direction. Now one problem actually with this driver, now she's alright, not too bad, but earlier on she finished my 816 and then did the one of the school specials. I took a shot of her earlier on, and then actually, yeah. Oh man, the windows are really bad for these buses because they're all on refurb. Of course, you don't expect a bus actually would be refurbed down here, so. But now, of course, actually, Busselton's probably having the best drivers all over the regional town networks. Worst is definitely Bunbury, but Albany drivers are also pretty bad in terms for like filming and stuff, which a lot of people actually go down there and actually got kicked out or like getting like stopped or something. Yep, that's why I said why not actually having stops actually on this side of the road instead of actually always on the other side. And also actually another person boarded. Now, actually while I was talking about her, she was early on insanely slow when she was going through the town center section, and also overall her speed is not fast, so. This is gonna be a long journey, but expect no stoppings at any of the stops. You probably can hear the motor, so there it goes. Alright, going back into Vasse shopping center area. Now for the videos, we should be only getting OC diesel buses, or hopefully an NH. If not, every single time it would be OC diesel, it's gonna be pretty boring. It's like so common down here, it's not like anything rare, but I hope to get an NH as well, just to get a little bit of the different varieties. Now this bus is actually having, for the diesel OCs, is actually having the gas buses seats at the front seat, so it's not too bad, because some of the other ones are actually having the future bus front seats. What the hell's going on here? Bruh. Bruh. Oh my gosh, he's trying to park in there. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Remember that license plate, by the way. Terrible driver. BSN717DV. And another person boarding. I want to say these stops here are literally the worst stops. Like, what the hell? That they're not put at a like terrible location, but technically they are put at a terrible location because the end of the whole bus is blocking the whole pedestrian pathway. Literally the whole pedestrian pathway is blocked when the bus is actually there. Later on we're just going to be right there, but we need to loop the area a little bit more. Now, unfortunately, that it has been the same bus, so that's why only one driver so far for me. Earlier on I saw like 10 drivers, of course, with the school specials and stuff, but... And then this is a small part that we need to loop around this whole park. You can see the speed is not fast at all, like right now. But we shouldn't be stopping too much, so... There's literally like insane amount of turns. Really, actually, really, what's that word called? Really, actually, really incredible that she actually managed to remember all of the turns. But now there's only like 3 normal routes, but they also need to actually remember how to do the school services as well sometimes. Which literally she just did a school service, 7:10, I think. There's one big problem is there's a lot of birds down here in Busselton. Oh, a lot of birds. Especially like I'm scared of magpies, you know. There's a little very welcoming entrance actually right here to the Vasse area, especially this lake is so pretty. Alright, return on here. We can go a little bit faster now over here. Although actually the speed limit is pretty lame down here. And it's like a big road and still freaking 60. Like what? Usually when you're in Perth, these roads for sure like 80 already. Like what the hell? Just bear with the sun for a little bit. We're returning right here. Which there is actually earlier on what I just talked about, where we just were actually right there with the McDonald's and the chicken treat over there. We'll leave the sun very soon, just bear it a little bit. Okay, Jesus. But we'll leave right now, we turn this way, so no worries. Alright, so far no issues with the driver, all nice. Now on the Bussell Highway. Oh my gosh, this engine sounds pretty cool, but also sounds very weird. And also I don't know why there's actually a random stop on this side of the road. Look at that stop over there. Why there's a stop right there, but no stops on the other side? There are literally no stops on the other side. And I want to say is all of these drivers practically know all of the drivers here. Including like school bus drivers, not just TransBusselton drivers. They're like knowing every single bus drivers. They're not just a Bunbury, a bus, whatever, that coach on the other side just drove by. She also say hi. So... but honestly, it's pretty boring shift. It's just randomly you can do some school specials, which the school specials are cool, but also at the same time the school specials are also the most loopy of all routes ever. Literally loops like insane. But without any school services on school and school holidays, only 6 drivers will drive the normal routes because they're just driving 815, 816 or 817. Which tomorrow we'll be taking a look at 815, we'll do the Dunsborough to Busselton direction, and then last day I'll do 817, which is a circular route all the way to the east of Busselton. Now earlier on the coach, I did drove by Bunbury and I saw 2 buses, one future bus and one NH. So I did stare at the driver a little bit on the coach, just a little bit, because why not? It's just to take a look at the buses. Eventually I will go to Bunbury, of course, but no. What the fuck? That stop, what the hell? You see how far away that stop is from the road? What the hell? Now technically you actually don't need 3 hours for the coach earlier on, because actually we did a layover at Bunbury for like 20 minutes for the coach before continuing our way down. A lot of the stops are actually well used. I actually used quite a lot of stops in the middle of the coach today. Mandurah of course is used. I boarded at Coburn Central, not East Perth, because Coburn Central is way easier for me. And then the next stop was Mandurah. Someone boarded like 10. That's the biggest stop, of course. And then one person boarded randomly at Falcon, which is so weird. And then the next stop was skipping off the stops inside the woods. And the Clifton and all of the Harvey, skipped those. And then in Australian, someone got it on at Australian, where I spotted the NH for Transbunbury, 1588 over there. Alright, returning right here. I have no issues with the driver actually going through the whole path, because she literally drove like so many times already. This is Bridgewater, I think. feels so weird with a bus here in WA that actually doesn't have a cage for the driver, which seems so weird. I mean, not even a blockade. Like some of the buses for TransDev before, they actually changed it, instead of actually a cage, they changed it into like a glass shield. But here is literally nothing blocking. It's just like Hong Kong. Actually, no, Hong Kong also have a slight little glass shield. Not a full glass shield, but like a mid-height glass shield for blocking. But here is like completely empty. Jesus. Of course, no one is here. Continue our way through. We do a lot of loops, so that's why we're gonna have a lot of turns. We got a time stop upcoming. We got a lot of cars here. Let's cut this out a little bit. Alright, back onto Bussell Highway. Actually, I want to say is tomorrow when I do the 815, this section will be also run by the 815, but yeah, returning here. Not really having a lot of memory, but I trust the driver. She knows what she's doing. Like, I do also want to track the app, but at the same time my phone is kind of out of battery, so let's not. Man, this neighborhood is exactly what actually a neighborhood should be like. Everyone knows practically everyone. Literally outside there are kids just waving at the driver, and then the driver of course say hi back. Very nice. Especially when you're actually in Perth. Who the hell will wave you back? Especially if you actually wave at the Welsh foot drivers. I stopped there. Terrible. Now, and also in the city center, in the town center, the loop inside the town center that we need to do later on, all the stops are time stops. I think all of the stops are time stops. I'm not so sure, but we'll see. Trans-regional fares are also going up, so it's just like Transperth. Jesus Christ. That is such a sharp turn there, oh my gosh. Now there are no deviations for the 816 except that one and only school trip that it does from Vasse Primary School, which I took a shot as well earlier on for that trip. But there are overall no deviations for the 816, it's just a basic route. 815 is ridiculous with the amount of deviations though. And 817 is just 3 trips for the every day, for Monday to Saturday, only 3 trips, 4 hours per bus. So one at 9, one at 1:30, I think, around there, one something, and then one at 4. Yeah, the only trip that actually has deviations is the 815, which tomorrow I'm gonna do the first morning service towards Dunsborough at 7:35, and that trip takes 1 hour and 20 minutes to finish because of all of the deviations. There are like 5 deviations for that route. I mean, not 5, but there are like 2 different deviations. But on the stand at Busselton Town Centre, it literally listed like 5 streets that need to loop around. And on the map, it's literally ridiculous if you look on the map. Another time stop upcoming. There that is, right next to the trash bin over there. What the hell? Is that a time stop? Yep. Right next there, right there. Time stop. And this is also one of the weird things. The bells is not a ding like all of the gas buses. It's actually like all of the Volvo buses. Not Volvo buses. Like the future buses. The future buses ringing alarm sound. Someone's actually getting... What the hell? Why the hell that stop is literally on someone's property over there. On the ledge. It's still just actually school students using the bus though. I'm not seeing anyone else actually using the bus. I did saw some elderly old people actually at Busselton Town Centre earlier using the bus, but that's basically all I saw, nothing else. Another cool spot here. Yep, inside the woods here. And the next stop is the leisure center that I just mentioned about, that we're gonna turn down there just to serve that one stop, which for sure no one's gonna use that, so... But that's one of the time stops, so that's why she needs to go down there and serve. Tomorrow after the early 815 filming, we're going to go back and I'm just going to enjoy the day in the jetty. Which I've never been there, of course I want to enjoy the part there. That's the main part I need to do in Busselton, of course. As a tourist coming down here, we're going to just have to turn right here just to serve the leisure center, which is just down here. Yep, literally no one there. There's that stop. No one. No one. And that's it. Now go straight back up. Straight. Don't need to turn. Just go straight. Literally in the middle of nowhere. College Avenue. This is actually one of the main roads that's actually listed on the desk though. Nice PSP actually right next to this path, which is pretty cool. We're almost back out to where the main area of Busselton, and right next to Busselton Depot actually. Get more terrible stops that no one's gonna be using over here. Oh man, I'm a little tired already, my hands, but let's just continue. Now, honestly, down here in Busselton, it's honestly not very cold actually today. But maybe it's getting a little bit warmer. Hopefully, tomorrow's will be raining though. Actually, according to the report. Back out to somewhere a little closer to the town center now. Somewhere in the industrial area over here. Look at the amount of turns, like what? Keep on turning. Now we're actually technically, according to the map, we're not actually meant to actually take this main road here for this section. We're actually meant to take the inner street, the very narrow one, but there are no stops inside that narrow street, so most of the time, earlier on when I took her, she drove the main street, so just gonna drive the main street again, I think. And we're still going to be looping around the whole town center later on, but instead of actually doing double loops, we're just doing a one single loop around to serve all of the stops before terminating. The depot is like somewhere back there. Well, once in a lifetime, another bus on the outside going back to the depot. OC Diesel again, 1450, that's one of the buses that actually Mark filmed. Yep, we have made it to Busselton town centre. We're just gonna take this road a little bit up. We'll get to the city centre and also the Busselton jetty, but it's actually around 10-minute walk away from the stops. And we have made it to Peel Terrace. Peel Terrace is where the city centre is literally located. This is where we're going to be looping around the whole city centre before going to Terminate. Someone's getting off right here. I actually want to say this is the first stop. This is actually always the first stop of the city centre loop, because the other direction just comes down and loop first and then goes down. There's that stand right there. Yep, we'll do the whole loop around. This is actually common for all 3 routes. It will be looping this around anyways for all of the routes. Yeah, I just realized actually most of the license plates here are BSN starting instead of actually like in Perth. It's actually having the letter 1, I mean number 1, and then it goes. So BSN probably means Busselton, so. Of course there are cars still around here that actually has the 1 blah 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 license plate that they usually do for Perth, because probably they mostly are driving down from Perth. This is also one of the main street here in Busselton. This is Adelaide Street, I think. That has crazy amount of bumps. And yes, all of the stops are time stops for this loop. All of the stops. Yep, also time stop for this stop. And then we just turn down to the terminus spot where we will terminate. Next we just go straight back to our hotel, which is at the foreshore. And I'll do a Justin Eater episode at nighttime at the hotel restaurant. Another stop here first before the terminus. This is the only stop that is actually not a time stop. And then terminating after this roundabout, turn right. This is basically all the routes that we'll be doing, this loop, all of the routes, no exception, all of the routes. I'm just gonna tack off before there are coaches here. One of them, some of them actually is a Southwest coach line, which actually goes to the airport, I think. Perth Airport, not Busselton Airport. Perth Airport. And we've made it. There's a random coach blocking the bus stop. Freaking A. There's a Southwest coast line. Alright, let's get off right here at the terminus. Off. Oh, there's someone waiting there. There's that, 816. That's a long desk though. Busselton Town Centre, via Broadwater, via Hatfield Avenue, College Avenue, via Geographe Leisure Centre, Busselton. So, but I took the shot with the Vasse. Oh, she's going back. Jesus Christ, how many trips does she need to do? What the hell? She's going back for the 816 again. Oh my gosh. But there we have it. The OC diesel buses. At the back is like a future bus. It's not like the gas buses from Perth, but at the front it looks like the gas bus. So there we are at Busselton Town Centre. That's the coach stop, which is literally where I just got off the coach earlier on, which I'll be going back in 2 days time. But enjoy Busselton tomorrow. Whole day we'll be here in Busselton. I will wake up at 6 something too, so that's why I'll come down here and just have a quick breakfast and we'll get ready for the 7:30 something 815 service. So that one I will do a random oddities video, which I will hopefully do with the 815 video as well. But I will do it as a separate video. I will release it together with the 815 video. So yeah, but again, it's so stupid. Why the hell you need to put East Perth and then Perth as well? So the one I will be taking, I took today was this service, the Wednesday service, 12:48. That came down. Of course, I bought it at like 9:30. So we'll be taking Perth via Bunbury on Friday, 4:52. That is the service that we'll be taking back. So, 280. That's the one. Let's walk back to our hotel now. That's the first journey filmed in Busselton, 1 out of 3. So tomorrow we'll be filming the 815. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time. And on the last day we'll do 817, and also followed by more clips, more bus photos taking at another school on that day before going back up to Perth. Because today at Vasse Primary School was so much fun with so many bus types. So let's see whether there are actually more different bus types that are going to show up for the Busselton Senior High School trips. Which there are like, again, 10 school routes there. So that's why. Looking forward to those buses. So, because according to Mark, there are some demonstrator buses that are not Arctics. Just like the 3001. It looks like 3001, but it does not. It's not an Arctic. And it's down here. Those are from Adelaide. That they bought to transfer over here just to do the services. So I'm looking forward to those as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, click the bell so that you can get notifications when I post. Check out the links in the description down below for my other channels and my Instagram. Click on these videos up top, and I'll see you guys next time.